always good things to be mindful of. And Bill, of course.
Yeah, the bigger thing is be weather aware. I know, Bill, this is a big pet peeve of yours that people aren't paying attention to the forecast.
Well, I get it that the trucking companies, they have deadlines and they want their drivers from point A to point B, but you got to take some responsibility. I know Colorado, for example, starting to fine truckers thousands of dollars if they get stuck in the snow in the mountains. And it's the same thing with what you just saw there. If we're expecting strong winds and there was a wind advisory in place, maybe just pull over and postpone that trip until things calm down, because you're not going anywhere fast when you're tipped over on your side. So again, people really need to start taking some responsibility in terms of putting them and their vehicles in harm's way. Now, a great way to stay informed: First Alert weather app. Download it. It's free. You get all of the weather alerts sent directly to your mobile device from the National Weather Service, whether it's tornado watches, severe thunderstorm watches, also warnings, of course, flash flood warnings, tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. You can watch the radar. You can also see a forecast radar information on there as well. And you get video, forecasts, and detailed discussions from yours truly. Again, as I mentioned, best of all, it is free. Can't go wrong. All right, skies are cloudy currently. We're kind of between clusters of strong storms right now. 65 before the clouds thickened up. 58 is our average high. Just under 1/10 of an inch of rainfall thus far out at the La Crosse Airport, but we're going to be adding to that. Also a 67-mile-per-hour gust on the south end of those strong to severe storms that rolled by just north of the airfield, and those are the ones that produced that quarter-size hail. All the photos I showed earlier in the newscast. 55 degrees out at the airport, 57 here at the station. Pressure falling rapidly. That tells me there's a deep area of low pressure sitting just to our east, and you can also tell where it's at on the temperature map. Look at the heat in front of this boundary. In the 80s, they were even around 90 degrees around Omaha down through Kansas, and then north of the warm front, we're in the 40s and 50s. But look at Des Moines, Iowa. That's not that far away in terms of how a crow flies, and they are at almost 80 degrees right now. So again, a lot of fuel for these boundaries to work with. 50 in Eau Claire. 66 in Boscobel, so that's quite a range even across our viewing area, as winds are generally from the east-southeast at 10 to 20. They've been gusty around those thunderstorms, especially over 30, 40, and as I mentioned, even 60-plus miles per hour out at the La Crosse Airport. So our first cluster of strong to severe storms now up near Green Bay, just south of town, and that continues to move out of the area. But here come the next round of storms. Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings, even a tornado warning west of Interstate 35 there, and that's the cluster that's heading our way as this low and its boundaries continue to lift east-northeast across the region. And on top of that, we've got a blizzard with 1 to 2+ feet of snow over parts of North Dakota, far northwestern Minnesota. My goodness. All right, severe weather watch is already in play. Tornado watch to our west until 10. The Twin Cities area in a severe thunderstorm watch until midnight. We'll have to see if more watches are issued into our area over the next couple of hours. We are in a level 2 severe risk with the highest threat in that level 3 and 4 risk areas. That's the highest tornadic threat down there. But again, we could see some more large hail, and can't fully rule out some strong gusty winds and an isolated tornado between about 8 p.m. and 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. Heavy rain with these storms as well, potentially over 1 inch in spots, and Sky Tracker kind of times things out. Some clusters of potentially strong storms after about 8 o'clock, rolling through the La Crosse area around 10 o'clock to midnight, and then out of the area by about 3 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then things kind of quiet down heading into tomorrow morning with just some garden variety showers. So we're at 55 now. We could rise into the low to mid 60s as these storms roll through overnight. Again, stay weather aware. 60 degrees tomorrow morning, falling into the upper 40s later in the day. Chance for a few showers tomorrow, especially east. And then the bottom falls out again. Windy and cooler on Thursday. In fact, highs only in the 40s right through the Easter holiday weekend and into next week. So my goodness, another prolonged stretch of cool weather after this severe weather moves through tonight.
It's just been kind of a yucky spring.
It hasn't been the best, that's for sure.
All right, thank you, Bill.